Hello my fine gardening friends, how the devil are you? Well, I've got a bit of a treat for you today because I am here at the Royal Horticultural Society garden, Wisley, in the south of England. I'm at the front here, and it's the world famous garden. They do lots of research into new gardening techniques and pests, and it has beautiful gardens. So I thought I'd have a little walk around today and take you along with me. So without further ado, why don't we get on in there? Let's get going. So I've just come in the entrance and now I'm heading up to the Wisteria Walk, but there's this beautiful pond here with a lovely fountain. But behind me, up there, you can just see in the distance the Wisteria Tunnel, and it looks like it's in flower behind the beautiful building there as well. So let's head on up to the Wisteria Walk. Do love a wisteria. So we're looking down along the pond there to the fountain at the end. But what I wanted to show you was, we're often used to seeing wisteria as a big climber, but here they are trained as standards. Let's have a look around the other side. Absolutely beautiful. It's trained as a standard. And the smell is absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to go up to the tunnel. So here we are, coming up to the Wisteria Walk. Beautiful in flower. And looks like we've got beautiful alliums all the way along the sides as well. Absolutely stunning.
This is pretty. Well, it smells quite strong there.
The smell is absolutely beautiful. The alliums, the white wisteria, beautiful racemes, all the way along. It's been a dream of mine to grow a wisteria. Still not got to it yet. Intermingled with the white, the pale mauve and purple racemes. So here I am at the end of the walk. I've got to say, that's pretty spectacular. Absolutely stunning. And the smell, like I said, is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Can't say much more than that, really. Right, on to the next bit. So obviously we've got the beauty of the Wisteria Tunnel all along there. But of interest to me is the yew topiary, so the yew bushes there, or the yew trees. And not just that, but the beech here, and the beautiful red beech against the green, and how you don't have to have flowers to have a beautiful garden. This is of interest to me because of the contemplation garden that I'm designing and planting up at the moment, and just how the different colours of the beech there really play off each other and are beautiful in themselves with no flowers. So walking up the hill here to the mixed borders, and we'll be going up to the cottage garden. Most of the mixed border here isn't in flower yet. The alliums are the earlier ones. Look at these big giant alliums just about to come into flower. That's about nearly 5 foot tall, that one. And the roses, some are just starting to come into flower. Awesome. Lovely clematis there. You can see an early flowering one there. Loving this cotinus, sort of cloud pruned. Very beautiful. Beautiful deep red colour. I'm loving the way they've got these phlox with these interleaving twine here, obviously to keep them nice and upright when they grow. It's an easy method of doing it. Some nice stakes and then some beautiful twine across there.
So I think go to
Look at the almost black colour of this Ligularia. Stunner. Wonder if I can grow that in Nova Scotia. This stunner of a tree. Tuna sinensis. Absolutely beautiful. What's interesting to me with my contemplation garden is the power of the hosta. Beautiful. Green blue colour there. And we can grow these very well in Nova Scotia. So we're up here at the top of the hill nearly. There's rhododendrons all around. But what I wanted you to hear more than see is the beautiful robin. And I miss them very much in Canada. Beautiful bird song. There we are at the top of the hill, surrounded by the rhododendrons and being serenaded by the wonderful little robin. So I'm up over the hill and we come face to face with the Italian-like grandeur of the Cupressus, I think it's sempervirens, totem pole, and down towards the lake with a beautiful fountain flowing up. Again, the mixed borders either side, beautiful. Got some palm trees. Stunning. So I've just walked up from the clear lake and the sort of formality of the great big cypress pines and the mixed borders. Absolutely stunning with the rhododendrons either side, but a more formal look. To the equally stunning behind me, wildlife garden, and it's sort of very much more informal looking, and people are sitting around nice places, and obviously very good for wildlife, lots of different wild things growing up, but it's obviously grown deliberately, so you know it's informal but it's deliberate. And we've got, you know, in the foreground here, plantains and oxeye daisies growing all over, and then going down further we've got the pond and log piles for insects to sort of make their home, and very, like I said, informal planting, places to sit, and the beautiful birds singing. Let's go down and have a closer look. So in the centre there we've got the wildflower meadow, obviously early in the season for that to be flowering. But we've got these absolutely gorgeous iris black swan, deep velvety beauty, and they sort of play off really well with these orange geums or geums, whichever you want to call them, all around the edge. So you've got the sort of wildflowers in the middle, interspersed with, on the edges, this more sort of deliberate planting with lilies and all sorts of different plants that are sort of deliberately planted along the edges of the wildflower meadow. Beautiful. So here at Wisley, it's not just all about the beautiful gardens, although that is enough as it is, but in places like the building behind me, they do lots of experiments on how the garden and how flowers and plants, etc., affect our well-being. So in there, they're doing studies on how different flower shapes, different flower colours affect our mood, make us feel, and how different herbs affect us. All the different scientific bits of gardening that we don't always think about. But you know, it's an important part of the garden, and I have done a few different videos on how, you know, being in the garden and being in a non-man-made environment, or sorry, man-shaped environment, affects our well-being, and just being in the garden makes us feel happy. And when I had cancer, how it helped me through the sort of the trials and tribulations of going through that, being out in the garden and just getting my hands in the dirt, feeling the different plants and looking at the different shapes really helped me. So great stuff, RHS. So we're off to the World Food Garden. So I'm taking a well-earned rest. It's a bit tiring walking around these extensive gardens. So I'm in the World Food Garden. Behind me there's a crab apple tree in a pot, and just below down there is a step over apple. And in front of me we've got some spring onions, green onions as you say in North America, interspersed with some obviously ordinary onions. Here we've got some more onions, and looks like spinach and some broad beans. These are all in pots with lettuce, etc. So, you know, showing you can grow them even if you don't have much of a garden. Further on we've got, you know, areas of broad beans, and these spiky ones there looks like artichoke, I think, and various other different bays of all sorts. Spinach down there again, and it all looks rather beautiful. So your plot doesn't have to be straight lines and sort of uglier, if a garden can ever be sort of ugly. And we've got lots of different, I think obviously apples further on there growing as espaliers, all very beautiful. There's a banana in the distance there. I don't think we'll be getting much in the way of bananas here in the south of England. So I love the use of the informal type climbing frames here. It's branches, a bit like sort of my bean tunnel back at my place. I'm loving this one here. Grow all sorts up there, and we've got carrots underneath. So good use of space there. Potatoes, more carrots, and looks like parsley in the far part there. But loving these pyramids. Loving the use of these different colours. The red lettuce here against these beautiful yellow, pale green herbs. It's just beautiful different combinations all the way around this garden. All the different food types interspersed with a few flowers. Again, sort of a informal bean structure. Beauty that. There's some fennel down there that will be growing up beautiful fronds later on. These peas. Absolutely delightful. This beautiful sort of wildflower meadow, but it's covered in alliums. Absolutely stunning. These beautiful wild areas interspersed here with all these lovely white camassia. So here we are, walking down some more mixed borders towards the glass house. A little bit bigger than my big glass house, I think. Let's have a see what's inside it. Well, that's quite an impressive sight. Loving the hares down there in the distance. We'll never get a closer look at them. So these are some quite impressive beasts. Not sure they'd fit in my garden. Beauty's all the same. So this is all very impressive. Wow, look at that. Absolutely stunning. Huge. No frost in here. So this might be a bit loud, but look at that beauty. And look at those beauties. Could be in the Caribbean. More of your desert feel now. I think I like the desert bit more than the subtropical bit. All the different shapes and sizes and beauty. That is a stunner. Look at all these. You could recreate this on a small scale, can't you, in your own greenhouse. So many lovely places to sit down and enjoy the beautiful views. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And relax. So there we go. That is my brief journey around Wisley complete. Didn't get to see everything because it's absolutely massive. What I did see was absolutely stunning. I hope you enjoyed it. So many different gardens: the wildlife garden, the well-being garden, the world food garden, lakes, ponds, places to sit. I don't know, 10 different cafes, lots of things to do here, and I think it was £16 or £18, absolutely well worth the money. So I definitely recommend it if you're over here in the south of England. So many ideas brimming in my mind now for things to do in my new contemplation garden and my other parts of my garden. Lots of things to be thinking about. Just really wonderful. Lifted my spirits, and that is the job of the garden, I think. Anyway, so there we go. Job done. Job's a good one. See you later.